Jencen, and welcome to the Nikki Jencen Show. I'm Nikki Jencen. Thank you so much for joining me and hanging out with me in my living room. Soon we're gonna be in my kitchen. But if you're new to the show, this show is designed for moms and women, and this show will sometimes make you laugh, sometimes make you cry. My hope is that it inspires you to want a better life for yourself. Each week, I interview some awesome experts in various topics. Every single month, we have a topic for the month. This month happens to be Gratitude November. I interview experts sort of like a podcast, but in a different way. Knowledge is power. So that's what we're all about here at the Nikki Jencen Show. All right, on to the show. I was a gluten-free paleo chef, and even though I'm not cooking as a profession anymore, I am now cooking mom style, which I love. You may not be gluten-free or paleo, but in my household, we are, for the most part. I am 100% gluten-free all the time. So I have a passion for cooking, but I really felt like I lost that creativity when I had to cook as a profession. There's gonna be a lot more cooking shows along the road, so don't worry. This isn't gonna be the only cooking show. I hope to have plenty more. So there will be lots of recipes and more food shows to come, so make sure that you smash that subscribe button and click the bell. So that will notify you when I upload a brand new show. And I just want to remind you, a new show comes out every Thursday at 3 p.m. What's on the agenda for today? We got something cooking up real nice for you. So I'm going to give you 5 amazing tips. And I say amazing because I know that they work. I tried it last year when I did my own turkey. And so now I've conjured up what I think works best for cooking the most amazing, delicious, juiciest turkey ever. Those who want to revamp your Thanksgiving menu, I am cooking up a stuffed turkey. The recipe is at nikkijencen.com, along with my green bean casserole that is absolutely to die for and totally paleo and 100% delicious. Without further ado, here are my top 5 tips for cooking the best turkey ever that your in-laws are going to be talking about for years to come. Tip number 1, buy a fresh turkey, not frozen. If you do end up buying a frozen turkey, make sure you really rinse it out and de-thaw it before you cook it. Tip number 2, use brine. Brining allows for extra tenderness and deliciousness in your meat. Add rosemary sprigs or peppercorns or crushed garlic or whatever you think to add some flavor. Tip number 3, give your turkey a nice massage with butter. Tip number 4, slow and steady wins the race. Cook your turkey at 325 degrees for about 4 hours, depending on the weight of the turkey. Remember, stuff it with stuffing, herbs and spices, and add a little citrus fruits. Make sure you baste. And for the final tip, tip number 5. Hey, give your turkey a rest, would ya? Well, hello there. Okay, so today we're going to be making green bean casserole, and we're doing it paleo style. So the first thing that you want to do is cut up your green beans. And this could be totally time consuming. So either 1, buy French cut green beans already, or I'm gonna show you how to cut them right now. That might take a little bit longer. Check it out. All right, so now we're going to cut the onion. So all I do is take an onion and I slice off both ends, cut it in half, slice it in both ends. now that we have the onions cut, we're going to put them in an egg wash and dredge it in coconut flour. So what I do is I crack 1 egg, like so. All right, and then I whisk it with a fork. Whisk it with fork. All right, you might need 2 eggs depending on the size of your onion. Also too, the recipe calls for 1 whole onion. Now, it's up to you if you want to use an entire onion. That is a lot of onions, but if you're making a huge dish, then yeah, then a whole onion is definitely necessary. But if you're just making this for your family, your small little foursome family or whatever, like mine, then a half an onion will do. All right, so I just want to coat the onion in the egg wash, in the egg bath, like that. Now here, I just have regular coconut flour. Now, why am I using coconut flour over a different, gluten-free flour? And I'm gonna tell you, is because that coconut flour is paleo, which means that it's technically not a grain. And I also really like the way that it crisps up. It looks a lot prettier than any other flours that I know. Now, if you're gonna be using, let's say, almond flour, which is also paleo, almond flour is on the heavier side, but it will still work. It's just not gonna look as pretty, and it tends to fall off the food a lot more. So just make sure that when you are using coconut flour, you have a lot of oil on hand, only because it is a serious oil sucker. Okay, so now you wanna take all of your onions and throw it in with really hot oil. You can use an oil that's really good with high heat, such as coconut oil or a nut oil. I am being naughty and using olive oil because it's what I had on hand. But sure enough, you can use coconut oil, works great. Here we go. So now that we have our onions fried and our beans cut, we are ready to put it all together. All we have to do is start cutting the mushrooms. Now that we have that chopped, we're gonna go ahead over to the skillet and start melting some butter. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely delicious. I wish you could be here to taste this. If you make this, send me a picture either on Facebook or Instagram and tag me at the Nikki Jencen Show. All right, guys, so today we are cooking my stuffed turkey recipe. This is a non-traditional turkey recipe that I absolutely love for Thanksgiving. If you don't feel like cooking a huge Thanksgiving dinner, a lot of people have smaller families or they just don't feel like, really diving in to the time-consuming part of having a big old turkey. So this is what makes it really fun and really cool, where it'll leave your in-laws going, ooh and ah, because this is really Thanksgiving wrapped up in a turkey. So here we go. Okay, so we have here some stuffing by 3 Bakers. It's gluten-free. Now you can omit this if you'd like and just use the nuts and cranberries. But we have some cooking twine, some dried cranberries, some walnuts, and pecans. And of course, we have our turkey breast. Oh, and parsley and basil. So a lot of people are going to think, where am I gonna get a turkey breast? Now, I found mine at a store called Sprouts. If you go to any big grocery store and you ask for turkey breasts, more than likely they'll have it. You just have to ask. All right, let's get started. You want to leave the skin on. It's going to not only protect the turkey breast from over drying, but it also adds a layer of enormous flavor. All right, I'm gonna probably really screw this up. This is not my forte, but we are gonna do our best, right? Okay. Into the oven. (350 degrees) for 1 hour. See you in an hour.
1 hour later.
All right, so for the final finale, we are ready to slice our turkey. that we have today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you subscribe if you love this show and share it with all your friends. Happy Thanksgiving from
Our family.
to your family. Thank you so much for watching.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
See you next time on the Nikki Jencen Show. Take 5022. We got something cooking up real nice for you. Those onions are really making me cry.